Hey, welcome to the Social Space. This is the show all about Wichita Falls and the whole wide world. And hey, don't forget you can listen to us 10:30 a.m. on Saturday mornings on with our partners, News Talk 1290, Town Square Media, and of course, thank you to KAUZ as always for putting us on 10:30 Saturday nights. I am one of your hosts. I am Eric Crossland, and sitting to my left, 2 weeks in a row, she's back for good, yeah. Jackie Hager. Jackie.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm so good, and I really am excited about this show.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Two of my favorite women on the show today.
All right. I'm going to hold you to that excitement. To her left, Brittany Douglas in for Andrew Bell for the whole show.
We finally got rid of him.
Yeah.
We kicked him out,
we did.
What happened? Teeth and all.
He's not on vacation. He's having to watch the girls. What's that? What's going on?
He's being a mom, dad,
He's Mr. Mom today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good for him. Yeah. Well, hey. With no further ado, this is all about, we're kind of doing another retail one, some good local businesses. Yeah, it's not retail.
I know.
Well, we'll get into that. Sitting to my right, Robin Cook of Tangles.
Hi.
Owner of Tangles. Thank you, Robin, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You know,
Very
it's such an
excited to be here.
iconic location there in Parker Square and an iconic business. Robin, I think you started, let's see, you started Tangles in Iowa Park, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And then you moved it to Wichita Falls. Thank you for that as well. So you hire over 16 stylists and I think 20 people. That's an entrepreneurial spirit. How do you, outside of being a stylist every day as well, how do you keep that team motivated? And most of all, how do you keep Robin motivated?
Let's see, how I keep myself motivated. I get up at 5:30 in the morning, I go work out, clear my mind, get rid of all the stress of the day before, and I think I'm mostly inspired by other women. You know, other women leaders inspire me, who I follow on Twitter or who I might follow on Facebook, and just little quotes inspire me. But I think I'm inspired by entrepreneurial women around the world.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, aside from having a hair salon, of course, you have a wonderful philanthropic side of you. You've held for 6 years Fashion Night Out, which is a wonderful event. I go every time. And you've raised over $500,000 for Faith Refuge. So how did you get started with that?
We began, the salon would do photo shoots. So that's one of the ways that we motivate and stay motivated is we do photo shoots and compete internationally. And the fashion stylist would come in from New York. So he and I were having a conversation one day about what I could do to started out creating a scholarship fund for women.
Wow.
And it also, at that same time, because I'm a hairdresser and I have people sit in my chair, I got to hear all about Faith Refuge and the building of Faith Refuge from the ground up and the whole start of it. And because I have a heart for women, I thought, what can I do? How could I be a part of this? And it started off thinking, well, what if I did a scholarship fund for Women of Faith Refuge?
Yes.
And part of it was maybe them going to a junior college or vocational, so that they would have skills when they finish that program to become part of our society. Right. And that's how it began. And it was a conversation with a fashion stylist of saying, hey, I can come in and style your show, and we'll do this, and we'll do this. And he's a very, I guess, flamboyant character, and he styles for all over the world, and he styles for every celebrity you can think of, and magazines and different things like that. So that's how the conversation started. And I thought, well, what if we did? And at that time, I think they were doing Fashions Night Out, and it was global.
It was. I think it started, I remember New York having their very first one.
It was a global, it was a global initiative in the beginning. And I think at the time the money went to whoever raised money. They were doing AIDS. And this, so we just thought, what if we take a spin-off of that, but give it to whoever we want to.
That is so great. You know, and I never thought about all of those women that sit in those chairs every day, month after month, year after year. I imagine that you've heard just about everything from people sitting in those chairs.
Stories.
Is there anything that just over the years that resonated with you?
You know, the one thing I have to say that resonates with me is I'm always grateful for who sits in my chair. I'm blessed by who sits in my chair every day. And I've had some of the most wonderful women tell me beautiful stories. I have wonderful Christian women that pray for me. You know, so those are the things that are untouchable for what I do.
Yeah.
Robin, have you guys pioneered any way to regrow hair for men?
We haven't pioneered that, you know, but there is that.
2020 was going to be the year.
There's lots of things out there, you know, for that. There's lots of hair growth.
I'm too far
things
gone. Mine's gone.
for that, you know.
I feel like we should have got one of the ladies to sit
There's
in for me
every
today.
product in the world to help, you know, regenerate hair growth.
I'm too far gone.
But
You're
you
too
know
far
what?
gone.
She's got a lot of male clientele.
Yeah.
We
as
do,
well.
yeah.
Well, I might hit you up for a wig.
Yeah.
Robin, where I'm from, we have a saying. It's called "Don't fill your shoes with honeybees." Okay. How do you motivate your team and stay current, you know, in your industry?
You know, we've always been an education-driven company, always.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's part of the foundation of who Tangles is, and that's how we do it.
Yeah.
Either we do. I guess I'll go back to the long story, and then I'll give you the short version. I want to start long and then give you the short version. But what we do is, you know, setting up how the company runs. We have different goals that are set, and when they reach a particular goal, they're able to have free education. Usually, we travel to New York for that. To an academy, they spend 3 or 4 days, and that would be once a year. Not to mention what we bring into the salon. We would bring people into the salon for education. So I think that's the biggest part of motivation. And then to stay current, stay fresh, and know what's happening and what's going on. So that's how we did it.
Yeah, I'd love to see you two in New York together.
Oh, we have.
Oh, you have?
We did. We went to, I called her and I said, listen, girl, I'm going to an amazing conference. I want you to pack your bags and go with me. That was awesome. We went to see Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, my mentor
As
in the
one does.
marketing. There we go. That was a great
It was
conference,
amazing,
wasn't it?
There were so many fantastic people.
Yes.
Malcolm Gladwell was
Yes.
there.
Oh,
He
really?
spoke. He was
Yes.
fantastic. I love his storytelling, by the way. He's the best storyteller.
You know what? Let me just say one thing before we move on. I love it that you are a teaching facility and you're a strong woman that just wants to bring all of those up with you.
Absolutely.
That's the sign of a great entrepreneur.
That's the thing
Yes.
is you want to, you know, grow people and
And you
as well as
feel
grow
good
yourself.
walking. I feel good walking into Tangles.
Oh,
I know
great.
you probably do too. I'm always ready to get there. I love it when I leave, and it just makes me happy.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and we are out of time for this segment. I do want to say I love your name because, you know, I feel
Yes.
like a consultant. I like there's a tattoo parlor that's called Rusty Needle. I like names that aren't, because a consultant would tell you, well, don't use this name. Go with something, you know, but I love your name.
Oh my goodness!
Did you come up with that?
That's another funny story. You know how there's
tell
a
us.
story. Well, there was a salon in Fort Worth named Jungle Red, and I didn't want to copy their name. I'm like, you just can't copy a name.
Right.
So I had to be original. We were just sitting around like in a group like this, throwing out words that ended in GLE.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I named one of my dogs like that. I wanted it to end in an ET. So we came up with
There
Cricket.
you go.
Yeah, there you go.
weird.
So Tangles came out of that, and it had to do with hair, and there you go.
Okay.
Well, I
Love
like
it.
Tangles more than Jungle Red. Just so you know.
I'm so glad.
All right, well, Robin, thank you so much for taking
Yeah.
time out of
yeah.
your busy day and seeing us.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back with another lady, Janet
Yes.
Beard. That's real. What would you say?
She ranks up there as one of the best city entrepreneurs as well, too.
I knew you'd say it way better
Yes.
than I would, Jackie. All right,
Yeah.
we'll be right back with the social space. Thanks, Robin.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome welcome back to the social space. This is our, what do we call this? What's the topic, Jackie?
This would be one of the
Women
smartest
entrepreneur.
women I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really shouldn't be on this show. There's some toxic masculinity in this chair. I'm Eric Crosland. Right over there, Jackie Hager. Jackie, you're backy for 2 weeks straight.
There you go.
Brittany Douglas finally got Andrew off the show.
Yeah.
She's been gunning for his spot for months now.
Yes.
And, you know, we had to have someone with those white teeth over there, though. So
That's right. You had to have the same trait. That's right.
And now, to my right, Janet Beard of Harvest Drug and Gift. Janet, thank you for being on our show.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This is so exciting. I watch it every Saturday night. Yeah, I've watched it since the first episode. Yeah, you guys do a great job, and it's a wonderful thing that you do for the community, getting everyone involved and promoting Wichita Falls. It doesn't get any better, does it?
I know it made the promo for this week's show. That sentence right there, that's going to be on the radio.
You know what I love about this show is about women, entrepreneurial women. As you know, Janet, everyone watching this show is going to know that you own Harvest Drug and Gift with your beautiful family. What I learned about you over the years outside of the retail side is how well renowned you are known across the nation as a pharmacist. You brought compounding pharmacy to this area. Your pharmacy is amazing about wrapping their arms around people, especially those people who have more than 1, 2, 3, or 4 prescriptions. How do I do this? What do I need to know? I'm not so sure you get that from the big corporate pharmacies. Tell me how your pharmacy stands out.
You know, what we hear from our customers or patients are they just want a hassle-free environment. Their doctor has prescribed them some medicine. They just want to go pick it up. They don't want to know how or why their insurance company won't pay for it, will pay for it. They don't want to know how that works. They just want a hassle-free service where we can coordinate their prescriptions. So that's what we provide. We've got a whole team that's going to be working behind the scenes with your insurance company, working on getting your prescription paid for. So all you have to do is either have it delivered, come through the drive-through, let us mail it to you, or just go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way. Walk in and pick it up. How about that?
Yeah.
That's crazy talk.
And when you come in, we've actually have a team of 3 pharmacists on staff that, as Jackie said, are 2 of my sons and 1 of my daughter-in-laws are our staff pharmacists, and they are all doctors of pharmacy. So as a mother and mother-in-law, super smart kids. But they are going to take care of you. And one of the things that they do the best is called synchronization. So if you're taking 5 or 6 or 15 or 16 prescriptions, they're going to synchronize it so that one specific day of the month, you pick up all of your prescriptions. So, you know, if you're an older person or you've got that busy checklist of things to do you really want to have to go to the store 15 times during the month? Wouldn't it be nice to know that on the 2nd Tuesday of every month, or whatever day you choose, all of your prescriptions will be ready? Yeah. Plus, before that all happens, a pharmacist actually calls you, reviews all your medications, makes sure that you haven't been in the hospital or on vacation or something's changed, and then fills the appropriate prescriptions. So they're checking for drug-drug interactions. So you don't have to worry about that, because really, you want to know that someone with credentials and professionalism is watching and overseeing your medication regimen and working with your doctor. So they're going to, moral of the story, it's going to be a hassle-free environment. Somebody is going to turn around and coordinate your prescriptions, review them, make sure that you're getting the right things. You're just going to be happy.
See what I'm saying?
Problem solved.
Yeah.
She's just brilliant.
Just brilliant.
I mean, it's a pharmacist that knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's very
great.
personalized,
Very
too.
personalized.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Janet, you know, you're a retailer, and as they say, a June bug on Labor Day is 3 months too late. Christmas will not be postponed. As much as I would like that, listen, as a grown man in his 40s with no children, I don't need Christmas.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I know, I just... So,
You have not entered into the Christmas zone.
That's right.
I'm so screwed. How are you gonna, people gotta shop. People gotta get Christmas gifts, people other than me. What are y'all gonna do? How are you gonna make sure Christmas happens and people get all their stuff?
Well,
what's your precautions this year?
We've got a plan.
Uh-oh.
We've been doing this since 1982.
Yeah.
So we've got the plan, and the plan this year is we're gonna have Christmas in October. Okay?
Okay.
And we usually, for years, have done Christmas in July, but this year we've moved it to October. We're going to help you look at for that perfect gift. We're going to get that gift wrapped. We're going to get it delivered. We're going to take all of the stress off of you.
Yeah.
Then when December does roll around, you're going to just get to kick back, relax, and actually enjoy this holiday that you claim that you don't like.
That's what I need. I'm coming to y'all in October.
Yes.
I think this is the answer.
And we're going to shop local,
Yeah.
and that's great. And you have such a massive amount of great ideas.
So you have these ideas already rolling for October. So what are the top 5 gift ideas?
Oh, okay. If you've ever been to Harvest Drug, we thank you. If you haven't, we invite you. We say that whenever you come in, it's like a treasure hunt because there are things everywhere. So don't get overwhelmed. Let one of our staff members take you by the hand and guide you through and help you pick those perfect gifts. Some of my personal favorites are Brighton.
Yes.
We were one of the original customers with Brighton back in 1987, and then in 90, then anyway, long time we've been with Brighton. So you can't go wrong. They have jewelry, purses, men's things. We have wallets for guys or belts. We have lotions and perfumes. Brighton is at the top of my list.
Okay.
The next is Pendleton. I don't know if you're familiar with Pendleton, but a lot of us say, you know, my grandmother had a Pendleton blanket that reminds me of wonderful memories of growing up. Well, we carry Pendleton, and yes, we do carry those blankets that are going to remind you. But we have socks, and we have jackets and shirts and mittens and gloves, and Pendleton is a huge category. So again, men and women can be picked up there. That's progress to Nora Fleming. I know you don't know this brand.
I haven't known any of these words you said.
I do. Well, I'm going to let you go on our Facebook or to our website, and you're going to learn.
No, I'm coming to the store. I've never been, and this isn't shtick for the show. I'm coming shopping in October for everybody. This sounds great.
We are so excited.
Yeah.
Let's go get our green bags at
Our little
Harvest
green
Drug
bag.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is that?
So since 1982, we have used a little green bag, and we have big ones too, but the little one is always a great gift. Everything comes packaged in the little green bag. So you never know what you're going to get from it, but you know it's going to be a wonderful experience.
I have a feeling my mom's going to see a little green bag under the tree this year.
Yeah, that would be
Maybe
a good
Dad
sign.
too. Yeah.
Our motto has always been, whether it's a $5 gift or a $50 gift, we want you to be able to be proud that that gift is presented to you in that little green bag.
Gosh, Janet, thank you for always bringing such great merchandise and also being the perfect pharmacy and just bringing that level of service to Wichita Falls and North Texas, because you are a legacy in the pharmacy world, you're a legacy in the retail world, and we're just glad. I think more than ever, we need Harvest Drug. We do.
Yeah,
we need them.
Where are y'all located? What's your
Well,
address?
we're at 4426 Kell, so
Okay,
we're just right past Cheddar's and before you get to United Market Street. So it's you
Great
can't miss it.
location.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got
It's a beautiful store too. You should walk in. You will be surprised how beautiful they transformed it. Yeah.
and an added feature to our store, which most pharmacies don't have, is we have an actual little seminar room. And so we rent this out as a venue for showers, that sort of thing, but we'll also have educational classes there.
Okay.
So we're all about, on the pharmacy side, wanting to make sure that we can help you figure out what's the best way for you to take care of yourself, and especially in these times. You know, again, like you said, you can easily contact a pharmacist who will walk you through what are your top 5 vitamin supplements that you should be looking at during this season and that sort of thing. So utilize us.
Hey, last question. Do you guys give great information on the whole CBD thing that's out there right now? Because that's the question I get most at. What is CBD? How do I use CBD? What's it used for?
You know, I have to say that I retired as a pharmacist several years ago because the kids have taken over the pharmacy side of the store. So to get 3 pharmacists to decide on a product that they feel like has the quality to represent the store is quite the challenge. But they did all decide and agree on one particular company, and so you can get with them and they will help make dosage recommendations. But you know, you're not going to just buy a product and not know how to use it, when to take it.
Right.
You'll probably receive a follow-up call, making sure that you know how to use it and it's effective, and then which form is best for you. And they'll go over that with you, whether it's a cream or a capsule or a solution, or what works best for you.
You trying to get on that
Great.
CBD, Jackie?
Well, it's like you got aches and pains the older you get, and you
I've
think.
heard great things. Hey, we are out of time, though.
Okay.
Kelly, thank you so much, Janet. That's awesome. I can't wait to get out there and see it. I apologize for having never gone to your store before. I will be a new customer now.
My heart is broken, but it's going to heal.
It's going to heal. I'm going to spend some good old American cash over there. Thank you so much, Janet. I appreciate you. We're going to take a break. I believe this we're going to go ahead and say goodbye now, though, because our last segment's just going to be a military minute. We got a nice, long, good one for you, and we wanted to go a little long on the interviews today because we had such a great guest here. But we appreciate you. As we always say, a buck-toothed beaver only eats hard cheese. On behalf of Robin Cook, Janet Beard, Brittany Douglas, Jackie Hager, I'm Eric Crossland, and this has been The Social Space.
Yay.
What's that? Oh, yes, tater talk, tater talk. That's just things that we say around here in TK. Pretty common stuff like don't fill your shoes with honeybees, boiling frog legs don't make you a general, a buck-toothed beaver only eats hard cheeses. You know what I'm saying? Blood tastes like syrup when it's on the right flapjack. I'd rather have a bucket of blood than 44 cents. Don't put blood in my soup. I am just now realizing we got a lot of ones about blood. We're a very cardiovascular town. Big bag of whiskey, kiss me, miss me. You can't punch if you ain't swinging. Crickets ain't grasshoppers, they just look alike. Fish and chips is fancy food when you's headed to London town. A June bug on Labor Day's 3 months late. You know what I'm saying?
What do these phrases mean?
Honestly, no one will tell me.
Our primary mission at Shepherd Air Force Base as a weather flight, we provide support to the 80th Flying Training Wing, which is primarily they do the INJEPT program. So we provide a lot of support for the pilots. Support will include what we call a 175-1. That is a tailored forecast for a pilot to take off from Shepherd Air Force Base to a next location. It can be an Air Force base, it can just be flying around another installation. So they use those pretty frequently in their career field. And also we provide what we call a mission execution forecast. That's going to give you a forecast from the beginning of the flying hours, around 6 o'clock local, all the way to 20 local in the evening. And so they can kind of plan their weather, their flying operations around the weather that we provide for them in a timely manner. In addition to providing support for the INJEPT pilot program, we also provide support to the 82nd Training Wing, mainly for the student maintainers and all the other trainees who come through Shepherd Air Force Base. So what we do is we provide ample warning time as far as advisories, watches, and warnings to allow them time to shelter in place in case of inclement weather.
I'm Staff Sergeant Jeffrey Pettis. I'm a weather craftsman for the 80th Operational Support Squadron. My responsibilities include weather forecasting and weather briefs. So basically normal day starts off with showing up pretty early doing the weather briefs so the pilots can start planning their day, as well as the 82nd side can start moving their troops around. And then we start with the pilot briefs, the 175-1s. And that's basically just to get the best weather information that they can to where they're going and coming back. In the event that our weather sensors go down, we have the Kestrel 5500. What this basically is a handheld weather sensor. We can tell wind speeds, pressures, temperatures, and then the only thing that really doesn't tell for us is the cloud heights, which we can go outside and look at for determining height.